All right, let's get into NWA from January 24th, 1987, TBS Saturday night. Sponsored by you, the patron. If you love this show and you're not a patron, please become one. For as little as $2 a month, which is less than 7 cents per day, you can pledge more to support, or you can do more. And it helps support our 8 free shows a month. Remember, you get all the exclusive content, the pre-shows that we're now putting up, the world-class shows that are out there, and just all kind of just horseshit and craziness that we do behind the paywall, as Doc likes to say. But it's all there. Again, go to tinyurl.com/BTTpatron. Become a patron and support the show that way. All right, let's get into this thing.
Hold on. You know all those little kid commercials you see you can save for like just pennies a day?
Yeah.
Fuck those kids. Become a patron.
Yeah.
It's classy.
Yeah, and those fucking dogs, too. They've been showing that one with the sad fucking dog.
With the Sarah McLachlan bullshit.
Yeah, fuck you.
Which,
For real.
Okay.
That makes me sad. I don't like it.
Well, we'll send us your money.
Well, don't do that. Just go to your local shelter and give it to them.
Fuck that shelter.
I don't know. I can't sign off on that. I'm an animal lover, Harper. I can't sign off on fucking over dogs, okay?
Whatever, bro.
Okay. All right. Let's get into the show. I'm going to play the top of the show for us, because if this don't get your blood boiling, I don't know what will. Here it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next event is a one-fall match with a TV time limit for the World's Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from Sweetwater, Texas, weighing in tonight at 260 pounds, one half of U.S. Tag Team Champions, Barry Windham. And now, the world's heavyweight champion from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing in at 245 pounds, fans, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
The good old days. I don't know if that doesn't get your blood boiling. I don't know what does. Harper, when you first turned this on and caught that opening, what did you think?
I said, this is one worth fucking watching for real.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No shit.
Every time I think that I just like shit talking and not wrestling, something like that happens, and I remember why I like this shit in the first place.
Yeah, it makes you remember what you loved about the old days.
But that shit was treated, even at the introductions, it was treated like it was important, like it was for something. The guys in there carried themselves like it was important. What the hell, dude? When did
Go ahead, Doc. I didn't mean to.
Where did we go wrong? Oh wait, Vince.
Smoke-filled arena. That's what resonated with me right there.
Yeah.
God. So we go straight to the opening, and Shivani, he's by himself, and he updates us on what's going on this week, and what we'll get to see. He tells us we'll get to see a good portion of Barry Windham versus Ric Flair today, which you saw from that opening. And then Ivan Koloff and Vladimir Petrov interrupt Tony. I'm going to play what Ivan says simply because he talks about something that is about to happen as well. So, or somebody else coming in. Here it is.
Vladimir Petrov, let's bring him in right now. The Russian assassin, the Russian bear, obviously here to get even, I guess, with Nikita Koloff.
This is right, the superpowers. This Dusty Rhodes and you, Nikita. That is right. You know, Dusty Rhodes, you are nothing more than a troublemaker, a bully boy. You talk about the original outlaw. That is you. Yes, you are the one that is responsible for poisoning Nikita's mind. You, and you will pay for it. Vladimir is the man that's going to put Nikita down. And Dusty Rhodes, if you step up, he will knock you down. I told Vladimir just to leave a little bit for me. Let me come in the ring and slap both Nikita's face. And you, Dusty Rhodes, slap you down. That's where you belong. When we slap you down, it is like slapping all American people's face to look up to you. American dream, Nikita. Yes. It's just like if I could reach through the camera right now into your home and grab you by the neck and choke you till there's not a breath of wind left in you. Nikita, you thought there was something when I brought Vladimir here. Well, I got another surprise for you. You remember we went up and down the road. I used to talk about the big red machine. Well, he is coming. Also, it is true for you, Nikita. Russian justice. You are going to be punished.
Ivan Koloff, Vladimir Petrov. Also here today, the Rock and Roll Express, the Legion.
All right, Doc, do you have anything from what went on right there?
Dude, that was awesome. When he said, when I beat up Dusty Rhodes, it's like beating up all of you.
Yeah, and he's still carrying. I mean, he's just God. He's just carrying this guy along. But Harper, what'd you have?
Who's the big red machine, man?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to play it. We're gonna have to wait to see.
They the O shit because they've realized Petrov is not over and can't work.
Oh, so they're bringing in another Russian guy?
I don't want to spoil anything.
Really? Is it bad or good? Just say that.
I'm not saying nothing. Stay tuned, folks.
God damn it.
This is what you get for watching Vince's product all those years instead of this.
Fuck? I didn't have cable.
Yeah, I know why. I know what he's talking about. I know why he did that because I want to say at that time in New Orleans, WWF was on like channel 38 or 26. So
yeah, it was. We used to get the Superstars or Wrestling Challenge or whatever.
Yeah, so you got that for free. I mean, I was looped into that bullshit too, so I can understand where Harper's coming from. Unfortunately, you didn't have to have USA. You could actually get it on the regular.
And when they said he wanted to reach into the TV and grab everything,
yeah, that was great. I want to choke all you shitheads.
That's some awesome shit right there.
Okay.
I don't just hate these wrestlers. I hate all of you, too.
We go to the next match. It is Jimmy Boogie Woogie Man Valiant versus Randy Barber. Boogie pulls a Magnum TA and wins in like 10 seconds, including a 3 count. It was pretty impressive. Doc, did you have anything?
He didn't even take off his shirt.
Yeah.
Harper, he just went in there just like fucked over your boy and just pinned him and was out of there. 10 seconds later, he rolled out.
The kids loved him. The little black Boy Scouts.
Bro.
What? Why they got to be black?
Because they were.
He's just pointing out that they were black. I mean, but if you ever watch, one of these days, y'all go pull up that hard drive that Tim Moretti gave y'all and turn on freaking Worldwide. And when Boogie's music hits, people go ape shit. They lose their shit. It's like, I'm serious, dude. It's like, I mean, people are going to think I'm nuts, but it's like when Hogan walked, music hit in 85. That's how, I mean, people go crazy for Boogie.
We poke fun about Boogie, but he's a true man of the people.
Yeah,
He's over, man. He's over.
How long does he stay around for? Because it seems like he's starting to fade away.
He keeps mentioning in his promos they ain't got shit for him. If you're watching.
Yeah. Doc, you want to do some research on the fly? I really don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's another year or so.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe, yeah. I think he's at least there through 87.
I feel like he's there for a while too, or a while longer. I don't think he's like gone anytime soon, but maybe again 30 plus years since I've seen this. So, but I got a question for y'all. Let's vote on it now. Are we playing the Tim Horner and Boogie promo, Harper?
Don't you have
all day? Yeah,
don't you have to.
I was hoping y'all voted yes. Here it is.
All the top stars of the NWA are here today, including this man, and good to see you back, Tim Horner.
Thank you, Tony. You know, a lot of things happening in Jim Crockett Promotions today, but the one thing that's constantly standing out is the Four Horsemen. And everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. They're picking their spots. When one man gets in trouble, the other three seem to... They look back and they come motion, and they all four come in. Now they jumped myself, they jumped Barry Windham, and recently I know that they've jumped Brad Armstrong. Now we're going to form a little unity of our own, and I guarantee you, I'm going to be right in the middle of it because somebody's got to put the end to the horseman, and I guarantee you, we're going to do it.
You know something, baby? Look at this face, baby. What a good-looking dude. You know, Tony, this guy here, he's even better looking than you. You know, me and Timmy, we're about 30 feet up in the air, baby. And what we're doing is just going around in circles. See where I'm in the holding pattern. It's It's raining, it's sleeting, it's snowing, but in our hearts, in Timmy and Boogie's heart, it's sunshine. And you see, you know, Tony, today is Grandpa's Day, National Grandpa's Day. So I know you got a grandpa, I know you got a grandpa, and all you people out there got grandpa. My grandpa was born in 1904. He is 93 years old today. What I want to say is happy Grandpa Day to my grandpa and all the grandpas out there. Right here, Timmy, me and Timmy, we going now to the airport and we're going to start, you know what it's called, circling the airport again.
Okay, Jimmy Vine, let's come back right after this timeout.
And he kisses Tim at the end of the promo like he usually does Shivani. Doc, your thoughts?
I think we've replaced Naturenomics with Boogie Math. Y'all caught that, I would assume, right?
Yeah, 30 feet in the air. He meant 30,000, but whatever.
But he said his grandpa was born in 1904, but that he was 93 years old. That would have made this 1997, right?
Well, come on.
Yeah, let's not get caught up on a technicality with Boogie.
But, okay, a technicality would be as if he was 2 or 3 years off. He was off by 2 decades.
Well, you know, it happens with Boogie sometimes.
And it's good to know it's good to know that Horner didn't get worse on promos over his time. He was always.
Yeah. I got to see this group that's going to stop the Horsemen.
Yeah. Ooh. He didn't even sound convinced of it. Holy shit. Yeah. Wait, we're going to do what?
It's not even how he sounded. If you just look in Horner's face, it just looked like
he gets details wrong. That's why I can't believe him when he says he did shit back in the day for Smoky Mountain. He gets small things wrong, like the 4, the 3, there's 1, there's wait, what?
Hey, Horsemen.
Like, you got to get this little shit straightened away, pal.
He just can't promo, dude. That's all.
That's County Commissioner Horner to you.
All I know is
Commissioner Horner. Wow.
All I know is I am torn between playing that Daryl Van Horn and Tim Horner promo we're about to do in about 3 weeks or 4 weeks on Smoky Mountain Wrestling. I'm torn between playing that as the promo of the week this week or doing something else, because Daryl Van Horn, I'm going to say it because it'll pop you even still when you hear it, tells Horner that his moo cows, a.k.a. Smoky Mountain women, smell like Monostat. I can't get it out, Doc.
It's Monostat and malt liquor.
I popped myself trying to get it out. Monostat and malt liquor. He tells Horner his women smell like that.
That's really, that's, you can tell right then that's when Cornette turned on Horner, because he threw him into a really unfair fight.
Yeah, really, huh? He threw him to the fucking wolves.
So wait till you hear that one. It's glorious. But literally, Horner brought a knife to a gunfight on that one.
He didn't bring anything to the gunfight.
He just showed up. And was
yeah, he's like, okay,
wait,
let's do this, Bob.
Okay, back to Boogie though. This was funny. I enjoyed that, and Boogie-nomics is in effect, right, Doc?
Why is that airplane only 30 feet off the ground?
Yeah,
pull up,
pull up, pull up.
You landed?
We just took off, baby. Why we pull up, baby? I want to get high. Okay. All right. I'm going to play Brad Armstrong here because he cuts a promo next. And I thought this was good because of something Brad said, and we'll talk about it on the other side. Wait,
does this devolve into the worldwide promo too?
Yes, it does. Or pro promo.
That shit is fire as fuck.
It's great.
Here's the first part, and then I'll pause it before we go to the pro/worldwide portion of it.
Now, just a few minutes ago, Tim Horner was out here and talked about the continual jumping of the 4 horsemen onto people, and he talked about you, Brad, and I was there, and I saw what happened.
Yeah, Tony, something happened to me the other day that cost me a heck of a lot, I was out on an interview. They've asked me to come out here and make an interview. Now, Ric Flair had intruded on my interview time. I realized the world heavyweight champion, with all due respect, he did come out there, and I was out there unknowingly behind my back. In come the 4 horsemen, brother, and they did a number on my head. Well, I tell you what. That's never happened to me before. I've seen it happen to Dusty Rhodes. I've seen the Horsemen do it to Dusty. I've seen the Horsemen do it to Barry Windham now, and they've done it to several other people. Well, I tell you what, it don't happen to an Armstrong but once, Jack. It don't take us but once to learn. But an Armstrong's like a fine watch. It'll take a licking and keep on ticking. And if the four horsemen got anything to say about it, brother, come on out here. Like I said, I can't stand out there and talk to Ric Flair, talk to any of the horsemen word for word on a microphone, but I can get in that wrestling ring and wrestle with them any day of the week, one-on-one, Tony. As long as it's not 4-on-1, we do it one-on-one. Armstrongs can handle it.
Okay, Brad, let's all take a look right now. What happened to Brad Armstrong?
Okay, I'll pause it there. Do y'all want me to keep going into the next one, or?
Well, if he ain't there, I can tell you, I thought this was really good. I love that line. He said that I may not be able to stand out there and talk with you, but you put me in the ring and I can go with anybody. That was a great line.
That was
actually true.
Now, the problem is we're going to highlight the fact that he can't stand there and talk with him here in a minute because Ric Flair's getting ready to come out there and fuck him up.
Let's play that. I agree. That line was awesome where he said, I can't go word for word, but I can go hole for hole, and we'll be glad to wrestle Rick. Here comes the second half of it. Now, I believe this is from NWA Pro, but here it is.
Here we are with Brad Armstrong, and Brad, good to see you again.
Well, thank you very much, Tony. You know, what you just saw was an awesome force of professional wrestling. The Four Horsemen, a part of the Four Horsemen.
Oh, here's the world champion, Ric Flair.
Mr. Brad Armstrong, nice to see you, but you're on my interview time.
Excuse me,
I've
sir.
made arrangements to be out here. This is my interview time. You don't have any place anywhere near the set when I'm out here. People are here to listen to me talk. No, people, you asked for nothing. You have nothing to say.
I was asked to be out here.
Talking about off the set.
Listen, with all due respect,
off the set, I told you.
I was asked to be out here for this time. They told me to come out here for this time.
Tony Schiavone, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff.
I'm sick of your mouth, man. You can talk a whole lot, brother. If you want to get it on, BA's ready. I was brought up in a wrestling family. I can't stand out here and talk word for word with you, but I can get in that wrestling ring and go move for move any day of the week.
Anything with me, Tony Schiavone.
Do it right now. You got
Dusty Rhodes,
right now.
Nikita Koloff, don't get in my face again. You are going to make an ultimate mistake. You are way too far in the youth of your career. All right.
They're beating his ass.
What in the world?
All right, Harper, you enjoyed that as much as I did. What'd you think, man?
Yeah, I love how he's respectful to Flair because he's the world champion, but he's still not. He's not gonna let him fucking disrespect him. And I like that instead of fucking just jumping on him like fuck you, bro. You know, blah 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 blah. He's still respectful because he's fucking Ric Flair. He's the world champion, but he's not gonna fucking back down.
Yeah,
I like that. And whose interview time was it? I mean, they should put a fucking chalkboard up there that says, you know, Brad Armstrong this time, Ric Flair that time.
They could have solved this problem real easily
Yeah,
by just having a whiteboard.
exactly. I mean, fuck.
Somebody go down to Staples.
okay. Harper knows good and well that they had some type of run sheet or something pinned up in a back or whiteboard or you know the drill, Harper. So, but yeah, man, I like this, dude. Brad is perfect here because he can't go word for word, so that's like 100% true. But I mean, it is Ric Flair, but he can't go hole for hole. I mean, he's Brad Armstrong. So I really enjoyed this. I thought this was good. And then they jump him and leave him laying and the faces come out and save him. I really like this, man. This was a nice little promo, nice little segment. This is good stuff. Doc, anything else from you?
Well, I also wonder, and this is, I don't know the answer to this in any way. And in fact, it just came to me while you were talking. But I've heard Rick say that he had great matches and had a lot of respect for Bob Armstrong. And with Magnum going out. I mean, they're on scramble mode. It's clear behind the scenes they're scrambling. I wonder if this was Rick's way of trying to get Bob or Brad a little bit more exposure to see if he would take. I mean, I'm sure they're willing to try anything at this point.
I don't know that. I mean, that would make you wonder. But I remember Bobby Blaze telling me a story that time where in the 90s, I want to say it was Brad and Rick went out there on like a Saturday night taping or something. And
when they didn't have to. When they didn't have to and just went after it.
Yeah, and they did like a 60-minute Broadway or some shit. Maybe I'm getting the facts wrong, and if I am,
I thought it was more like a 15-minute draw, but whatever.
Okay, maybe so. But Bobby was like talking about that. He was just saying, he was like, man, he's like, those two guys, just a freaking bland ass Saturday night taping in the 90s, and Rick and Brad Armstrong went out there and like tore the house down. Maybe it was like 20 minutes or so, but. So, yeah, maybe so, Doc. Maybe you're on to something with that. I mean, we all know later on in the 90s, Brad kind of gets just the bad treatment and starts putting people over left and right, like we've all talked about a bunch of times. But who knows, man? I would hope so, because he deserved
you're
better.
Right. They whooped his ass, and I bet you that, B.A. called Bob back in Alabama and said, they're going to do something where the horsemen jump me. And Bullet was like, brother, let them really get you good, because they whooped his ass.
The Bullet said, "Hey, wait, man! Look, man, Tim Horner's going to start a team, and they're going to fucking get rid of these assholes. So just sit there, things are going to be all right."
That's nice.
The commissioner's coming.
They keep teasing BA coming in. I'm ready for that.
Yeah, for real, man. I want to see Bob.
Well,
he's got a graveyard disposition and a tombstone mind.
Stay tuned,
bitches.
Doc, anything else from BA right there?
That was an awesome segment.
Yeah, I agree. Hopper, you, or can we move on?
Let's move on.
We're gonna run through this next bit real quick so we can get to the main event of this show, or what we would consider the main event. Dick Murdoch and Baron von Raschke, the redneck and the Nazi versus Brody Chase and Larry Stevens. Murdoch and Raschke win when Murdoch hits Stevens with the brainbuster. Harper, anything? I know Doc has nothing. Oh shit.
Well, no. This may be a more. Now that you think about it, this may be a more sensible pairing than we thought. We got an alleged KKK member and a Nazi running around together.
Wow.
Alleged. Okay.
I said alleged.
Well, I mean, look, we're just getting it from people who have said it on podcasts. JR mentioned it in the early days of his podcast, how Murdoch may have been a card-carrying member of the KKK. So we're not trying to be funny here. That was that was something that's been speculated about. Anyway.
That's nice.
Classy, right? We got Baron von Raschke and Dick Murdoch then cut a promo after the match, and I am not playing it. Nothing much here. A little talk about the Crockett Cup, and that's about it. Right, Hopper?
No, we're not listening to it.
All right, keep going. Tully Blanchard versus Zane Smith. Tully beats Smith and wins with the slingshot suplex. And now we go to what we would consider the main event of the show, and it is Barry Windham and Shivani open things up, and they tell us they're joining this match 25 minutes into Progress or so. I can tell you they go about another 20 minutes according to my count. But this is, I don't know where to even begin here. I mean, you got Ric Flair, you got Barry Windham.
Here's the first question. Am I the only one that had to go back and watch it again because they got so caught up in it they forgot to take notes?
Yeah, I watched it twice.
Yeah.
If you consider me seeing this in the 80s, I've watched it 4 times now.
Okay.
3 of those times were in the last week. If you got the network, go watch it. It's a 5-star match, but it's not a 5-star spot monkey match. 2 guys wrestling for the biggest title in the sport, and it's a fucking fight. That's the best way I can put it. What would you say, Doc?
Dude, they did one where, I mean, they were deep into it, I think. Because you got to remember, they're deep into it when we get there. So now they're deeper into it. And they do a commercial break, quasi-commercial break, and come back. And right as they come back, Flair hit Windham with a chop that I was like, God damn. Because not only are you getting hit with that chop, you're getting hit with that chop 30 minutes into this thing.
I agree.
Those guys, the one note I had, and I was watching it on my phone while I was running on the treadmill the first time. So at first, I couldn't tell Rick was cut at all. But I was just thinking it was interesting that they were so athletic and so getting after it that they didn't even go to the juice.
I don't think they did. I think I think he kind of started bleeding, but he wasn't busted open because he looked like he was kind of red.
Yeah.
During the promo.
It was a trickle by Flair standards.
Yeah.
Right.
So if he did hit it, it wasn't to hit it, where he'd gush like he normally does.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't much of nothing. I agree.
So
Doc, what are the notes you got on it?
Well, once again, after a 45-minute match, Windham cut a post. We'll hear it in a minute, I'm sure. Hit a post-match promo where he was awesome. Windham is physical. He's big. He can move for a big guy. These are things we all knew. My other note here was, how much do you think Flair is enjoying this compared to working with Nikita the last several months?
Yeah, no,
huh? He had to enjoy it a lot. And in 2 weeks, they do Super Towns on the Superstation for the Saturday night. It's like an hour and 44 minutes. And I think Rick works with Nikita on that one. And we're going to have to talk about how we cover that event, because that episode, by standards of listening to promos, is not a great one. It's got good matches and decent matches, some of which we've seen a bunch of times. That's the other problem with it. But I would imagine, to answer your question, Doc, Rick.
Why don't we just quit and focus on Smoky Mountain?
Rick really did enjoy this, I think. Halbert, what notes did you have from all this?
I love the ending when they're getting close to the end, and they're just fighting it just to get a pin, just a small package, a backslide. They're doing anything they can do. It's a race against time.
Dude, did you hear when Dusty was like, they went to commercial and he goes, "We need to pay somebody some money and stay here," or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, we do, Dusty, we do." He goes, "I need a cerveza, and my buddy Tony here needs one too. Make that two for me."
There was so much going on in this match. Like, Rick, at one point, he's on the run. Barry puts him in a figure four. When he's got Rick in the figure four, the fans are going absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
Barry hits the drop kick off the top rope at one point, but Tommy Young's not there for the 3 count because he had been bumped. Fans going nuts. And then, if y'all don't have anything else, I'm going to play the last 30 seconds of the match right here so you can kind of hear what this crowd is going through. Here it is.
Play the whole thing, man.
30 seconds remain. Yeah, 40 seconds. Barry Windham trying to wrap it up right here. Yes. Give me the count. 1, 2. Whoa! 15 seconds. 15 seconds, baby. Come on, BW. 15 seconds. 10. 5, 4. Get the pin. Get the pin. 1. The bell!
Dusty had an orgasm.
Brother, that speaks for itself. This match speaks for itself, baby. There's no doubt, baby.
Okay, Tommy Young, as you take a look at Barry Windham, Tommy Young is talking to Chop Miller to make an announcement here.
The time limit has expired. The match has been declared a draw. Still World Heavyweight Champion, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
Well, Dusty.
So there you heard it. Literally, as Tommy Young's hand is coming down for the 3 count, the bell rings. Time expired. Harper,
that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It should be saved by the bell. You should be. You can't be saved by the bell. It's got to keep going.
Well,
Dude,
that's not how it worked.
See, I love when there was a point, and I think it was right before he suplexed Flair back in the ring, where Dusty goes, he reminded everybody the psychology here. He goes, Flair doesn't have to beat Windham. Windham has to beat Flair. And we all know that, but it's just a good touch to remind, the larger viewing audience of what's going on here and what's at stake and who has to do what. After seeing that, are we not so sure that we have, you're not going to replace Magnum TA's charisma or his looks, but haven't they replaced him with Windham effectively now?
I think so.
Jesus Christ. Because Windham is never going to be that promo, but he's about to cut a really good promo that he just did after a 45-minute match where he went toe-to-toe with Flair.
And he's not all huffing and puffing.
No, he's not.
Like fucking Luger is after 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
And Luger looks like a fucking Greek statue.
He looks like a paper mache Greek statue with nothing inside, no lungs.
Yeah, this is, to answer your question, Doc, he's only been here a month, and no doubt he's what they needed.
If you feel the need to be a spot monkey, Mark, and yell, "This is wrestling," if you must, well, this is the time to do it.
Yeah.
This was good. This was real good. So,
I think it's better than that. I think it was fantastic.
Well, it was. I mean, I told you a week ahead of time. I was like, wait till you see the match with Flair and Windham when you watch it. It's tremendous. I mean, the first time I watched it, I did what you did. I didn't take notes. I just watched it. And then I watched it on Worldwide. That was the thing, because Worldwide, they almost play the whole thing. It's like the whole episode. That episode is just this match, and it's tremendous stuff. Let's go now to Barry Windham. After the match, he's back in studio. He's with Shivani. I'm sorry, not Windham. Let's go now to Ric Flair in the dressing room after the match. Here it is.
Event that was Ric Flair, Barry Windham, World Heavyweight title. And understandably, when Ric Flair got to the dressing room, he was very happy, relieved that he still had that World Heavyweight title, because that was one tremendous event. Let's take a look and go to Bob Caudle now, who was in the dressing room with Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen right after that match.
And we're in the dressing room of the world champion, surrounded by the Horsemen. Champ, you're still champ, but only by about that much now.
It appears to me that Barry Windham's trying to kiss a girl in the wrong neighborhood. In other words, Barry Windham, you made the mistake of jumping on one of the Horsemen. You see what's going on right now, Windham? Is you're in the other dressing room with your head between your legs, a loser. There's winners, there's losers. This is the winner. You are the loser. We got 50 girls standing outside our dressing room door looking for the winners. You know why? Because we are the Horsemen. We are the champions. All for one, Horsemen, and one for all. Dusty Rhodes, whether you like it or not, boss, if you're smart, you'll check this crew out for a long, long time.
See you next week, fan.
Well, so that was the end of Worldwide. Doc, any thoughts on that before we go to Barry Windham, or Harper? Any thoughts before we go to Barry Windham?
He's shooting there. He called him boss. He called him boss. He told him, you need to keep booking this thing the way it is, and we got 50 broads outside. Jesus Christ! Think about that. That'd be 50 women just saying "Live, laugh, and love." Ugh.
Wow.
That was awesome too.
That's one of the quickest promos you'll ever see Rick do as well.
Well, he was probably a little tired and needed to get on to the party.
Oh, yeah. He had women to get to, right?
Right, 50 of them bitches.
Harper, anything else before we go to Barry Windham?
No. Fuck it. Let's go.
All right, so Barry Windham here responding to what we just saw with the match, and then Ric Flair.
Okay, Barry, you've heard the comment from Ric Flair. He said you made a mistake. It appears you didn't make any mistake at all. It appears you really have the man's number.
Well, Tony, first of all, you know the world champion is the best wrestler in the whole world. He is the world heavyweight champion. I will not take that away from him. But Ric Flair, your days are numbered. I will tell you, we went the time limit. There were times where if I had been moving a little faster, I could have beat you. So, Ric Flair, you keep it in mind. You might have all the girls outside your locker room, but you're looking at the next world heavyweight champion right here. I'll go the time limit with you anytime, an hour, 90 minutes, 2 hours, and I know you can do it too. But one of these days, I'm going to catch you right in the middle of the ring with a 3 count, and you're going to be singing the blues just like you thought I was doing. I was happy that we did what we did, and then I was able to go with you. And now I know myself, just like all these people out here, except for a select few, they know that I can beat you, and it's coming very soon.
Okay, Barry Windham, right with us on World Championship Wrestling. What an event. We're coming back with the Four Horsemen and much more. Don't you go away.
Harper, what'd you have from that?
He says he can go with him. He didn't fucking beat him. Fuck you.
Yeah, he proved he can go the distance. That's for damn sure.
That's right.
So he wasn't lying. He's telling the truth. And
yep.
Rick
he
made
went
him
the
look
fucking distance with him. I mean, just like in fucking Rocky, bro. He didn't win, but he went the distance with Apollo.
That's true. Went the distance with him. Yeah, you're right. Doc, anything else you want to add from Barry here?
No matter how dastardly the champ is, he's still the champ, and you got to respect it. And he even mentioned that too. And it's like, even though we don't like it, most of us don't like it, except for these people over here, he is the champ. That was because the title meant something, God damn it.
Imagine if you'd have saw that match right there at Starrcade 86 when it was Flair versus Nikita.
It would have greatly increased the overall grade.
And wait, the match you just watched was just a NWA Pro show. It wasn't even like a pay-per-view big event. It's just they worked their ass off in front of people, and it wasn't even and you only had one pay-per-view, or if you want to even call it a pay-per-view back then, special event or whatever we want to call it. You only had one.
That was just a wrestling card.
Yeah, that was just your, hey, we're gonna put on a show. That was this.
That's how you draw money.
Barry sounded good. It was quick, but he was confident. I liked it. He gave Flair credit, but at the same time, he was like, "Look, dude, I went the distance with you. I ain't scared. It ain't like it's gonna be easy, but I ain't scared, bro." Just good stuff, dude. This is like 80s. I know we're into 87 and things are starting to move away from what they were in the territories, but this is old school Southern wrestling right here that we fell in love with back in the day. Okay, we'll keep going because next up we got JJ, Arn, and Tully. They're gonna come out and let's hear what they got to say.
And we're back with James J. Dillon and two of the Four Horsemen.
You know, it was really great to see Ric Flair once again successfully defend the World Heavyweight Championship. He is the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, and he is the mainstay of the Four Horsemen, if you would, a very elite group. Each and every member is important. Ole and Arn Anderson are tag team wrestling. I don't care who's holding the title at any given point. The Andersons are tag team wrestling. And when you look at Tully Blanchard, the world television champion, if you really think about it, how many people every night they go out, not only put their reputation on the line, not only put their title on the line, but we're talking about $100 bills. We're talking about $10,000. And I don't care if you're a doctor or a lawyer or what you are, $10,000 is a lot of bucks to put on the line each and every night.
You know, JJ, you said it just exactly that. But you know, you want to get down what a horseman is. You know, a lot of talk going around. Lex Luger wants to be a horseman. This guy wants to be a horseman. JJ's getting flooded in his office with letters of people wanting to be a horseman. Well, there's only 4. And you know what? Being a horseman, 24 hours a day, right? Double A. When we wake up, we're a horseman. When we're at the gym, we're a horseman. When we're out at 3 o'clock in the morning with all the pretty ladies, we're a horseman. When we walk in any coliseum around the world, coast to coast, we are the Horsemen. And we make professional wrestling what it is today. That's why we can come out here on national television.
Let's make one point real clear. Lex Luger is a magnificent athlete, and I think it's a great tribute to the Horsemen that he would even go public and make a statement like that. But each and every member of the Four Horsemen, as it exists right now, is an integral part of an elite group, and we're tight, and we're staying together, and we do not plan to expand at this time.
Okay. Those words from James J. Dillon and members of the Four Horsemen. Let's go to the ring with Lex Luger.
Doc, what do you have from that?
Nothing to see here. Everything is fine in Horseman land.
Yeah.
We're an elite group.
What a crock of shit, but okay. That's all you got, Doc?
I just thought that was a good promo. I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but I thought it was definitely solid. I just don't appreciate bringing Arn Anderson out to the podium and not letting him talk. So I got a small problem with that.
You got a point with that. I want to hear Arn talk if he's out at the podium. I would tend to agree with there.
Hey, he's on the road. He's in Japan. That's one thing. But if he's in the building, and especially if you bring him out, he should probably do some talking.
You're right. Harper, what did you have? Anything?
It's almost like it's like they got the hot chick wants to get with you, but you're like, look, I'm in a happy marriage. I can't go there. Everything's great. I'm in my house. I don't want to fuck shit up. You got to move on and go somewhere else.
That's what I love about Harper. He tied that into a happy marriage where a broad's trying to get in and get her some of that man who's married.
Right. I mean, that's what it is, man.
The problem
is alive and well, and I ain't fucking up this shit for you.
But here's the small problem in all that.
What's that?
And you can tell why Harper's not. You can tell Harper's not married. Who the hell is happily married? Where does that exist? Where does that happen?
Okay, Doc.
That's in the fiction aisle.
Okay, well, let's keep going because we got, as you heard, Shivani. Well, let me say one thing. Pay attention to something that JJ said. JJ said, we appreciate the fact that he wants to be a horseman, but there are no open slots in the group right now.
Uh-oh. Right now.
Just listen to
card subject to change.
Listen, JJ kind of, I mean, we know what's coming, but JJ tells us what's going to happen without telling us. I just found that line interesting when he threw that out there. Okay. The next match is Lex Luger versus Randy Mulkey. Luger wins, putting Mulkey in that torture rack that Harper so much loves, right?
It's the best finisher ever.
Yeah. No. No. Go ahead, Harper.
It's the 85 Bears of fucking finishing moves.
I don't get the comparison.
Because
I know the 85 Bears were 17-1, but
great team, right?
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Just move on, Dick.
That's awesome. Let's. Do y'all want to listen to Lex Luger here?
I don't want to listen to him do anything.
Actually, my note here was that I thought this was actually decent.
Oh, you know what? I like when he talks shit about Barry when he walks away. He's got to grow up. I was a fucking kid.
Let me play it because Luger is a hateable prick here, and I mean that respectfully, which is what he should be at this point. So I thought this was good. Let me play it.
And Lex Luger is here. What exactly was going on with James J. Dillon up there?
Well, it's nobody's business but mine and his. It's been a hectic week for me. Since my national debut, things have been on fire in the wrestling world. My phone has been ringing off the hook. Movie producers, television producers, advertising agents from the big app in LA, and all points in between. Everybody wants a piece of Lex Luger. I'm the hottest commodity in professional sports today. Now, there's a lot of controversy, it seems, surrounding my announcement that I'm going to become a horseman. But you see, Harper says, Lex, you're already one of the highest paid athletes in sports. You're already successful. But there's always that next step up. Complacency is a word that's not in my vocabulary. I always want a little bit more. That competitive edge. And they are the elite. They're at the pinnacle, the summit of professional wrestling. That's what the Horsemen are all about. I like the way their financial statements look, and I like the way their lifestyle looks. That's what I want to be a part of, and that's a Horseman.
Okay, Lex Luger here with us once again, and what a tremendous win it was for him right here on television. And then the whisper by James J. Okay, Lex. Barry Windham back out.
Now, Luger, I realize you're a very busy man. You've got everybody in the world calling you, but I tell you, I'm just trying to help you. You're making the biggest mistake of your life. You don't return anybody's calls. I've left messages on your recorder all week, but like you said, you got the phones ringing off the hook. Listen, you do not want to be a horseman.
Barry,
you have no idea what's going on.
By the time you walked out here during my one interviews, it's getting to be very rude. Well, I'm going to let it slide this time because we've been friends. You understand that? Well, let me tell you, you come out here again, I'm not going to let it slide next time, all right? Just beware of that.
I tell you what, you're making the biggest mistake you'd ever make, but I will not come out here on your interview time anymore. But I tell you what, you want to be a horseman, you'll look across that ring and you'll see me standing there.
Someday Barry Windham's going to grow up, find out what financial security and obligations are. He's going to find there's more to life, Barry Windham, than blue jeans, tank tops, and sports paying your car payments. You'll realize someday that I'm right and want to be a horseman.
Okay, Lex Luger fans, don't you dare go away. More action right after this timeout.
Harper, he told him to grow up.
He's like, bro, grow up, bro. There's a lot more than just fucking paying off your car payments and dressing like an asshole.
I thought this was good, except for the fact that I thought he was hyperventilating at the beginning.
Yeah. It would be great if you showed emotion.
He's like he has autism or something.
That's nice.
He had that Tim Horner thing going where he's completely winded after a 2-minute match. It's like it was like he almost like he didn't know how to breathe or something because he's like huffing and puffing. And I mean, honestly, I thought this was good. I really like this, man. He's in the right role because he comes across as this hateable prick. And I mean that respectfully, like I said a little while ago before I started it. And then I forgot about the line at the end. Harper pointed out to me when he shooed Barry off like he's a kid. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, man. You grow up. Grow some hair on your chin,
grown
dude.
folks are talking.
Yeah. You know, it's like when when we were younger, you know, growing up in the 80s and shit and late 70s, and your grandparents are having a talk with your parents, and you're sitting at the table and you try to interject something. You're like, boy, shut the hell up. Grown folks talking around here. You shut your mouth. You know, I mean, it's just kind of like what it felt like. But I like this. I thought it was
I mean, it's the lyrics are great, but the fucker can't sing. That's the problem.
Shit. I love Harper. I love Harper. The analogy strike again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll keep going. Let's play the Road Warriors because this is pure intensity as always, and I thought this was good. Here it is.
Here they are, fans, as we promised, the Legion of Doom with Precious Paul and the Road Warriors.
You know something, Tony Giovanni? In the past weeks out here in the Superstation, the Warriors have been out there issuing challenges to people. And now why hasn't anybody failed to accept a stinking challenge that the Warriors offer? You get the 4 horsemen, 4 great athletes. A couple of them are world champions, 1 world champion, 1 world TV champion. Anytime that 2 of you, 3 of you, or all 4 of you maybe want to take on my partner and Dusty Rhodes in a 6-man, or you want to take on Nikita Koloff, Dusty Rhodes, and the Road Warriors, if you think you're man enough, come on and do it. You know, Tony Giovanni, a lot of people out here got big mouths. You got Rick Rude and Manny Fernandez calling himself the Legion of Destruction. The Legion of Doom, boys, has been around a long time. And remember, we're the guys that say what we're going to do. Then we do it. So in Richmond, Virginia, you're going to find out what we're all about. And tonight, Washington, D.C., Night of Skywalkers, Midnight Express, you're going to take a fly, boys. Tell them off. Oh, Tony Schiavone! There's sure a lot of tough guys in the NWA. Or a lot of so-called tough guys. Because there ain't one of them out there that ever beat us. And we've beaten all of them. Now I see Lex Luger. Yeah, he's a big cat. He looks good. But he's out here and he's concerned about financial security. Lex Luger and any other wrestler that's worried about financial security. Let me make a suggestion to you. Don't ever get in the ring with us. Because when we're done, you won't need to worry about financial security. You won't need to worry about anything but a pine box and 6 feet of earth, pal. And I'll tell you something else. I gotta get back to Slug City. Cause everywhere we go, it's Slug City. Cause we talk, but we back it up. And you're all slugs. Everyone we wrestle's a slug. Slug City will be slugging slugs the rest of our lives. And that you can take to the bank and get some interest.
Big night tonight for the Road Warriors in Richmond and Washington, D.C. Paul.
Damn.
I know, huh?
He just said Luger was a little bitch.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, you look good, but that's all you got.
Mm-hmm.
Which kind of seems like the truth.
Hawk told Lex, when you get done with us, you'll not need to worry about financial security. You'll only need to worry about a pine box and 6 feet of earth. Like, that's a clever way of saying, we're going to murder you.
Yeah, that's a clever way of saying that's the least of your fucking problems, motherfucker. When you step in a ring with us,
survival should be on your mind.
Yes.
This was, man, another
great
great
stuff.
Yeah, another great Warriors promo. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. Okay, Doc, anything else from that one?
No, that was good.
Yeah.
Harper, you? All right, so we got Brad Armstrong up next versus Gary Royal. Brad wins again, no surprise. Doc, anything?
Nope.
Harper?
No.
All right, so we'll keep going. Let me remind everyone, if you're listening to the show on YouTube, this is just one portion of it. To listen to it in its entirety, you can find us anywhere you get your podcast from. Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Podcast Addict, TuneIn Radio. Just search Book in the Territory wherever you get your podcast from. Subscribe however you get it. Never miss a show, all in its entirety. Doc, I got a no on this next promo, but I'll let you tell me. We got the Rock and Roll Express and David Allen Co.
No, I don't need to hear it. All I was thinking about was there. You know, we talk about the rock and roll and how that hair is kind of silly now.
Jesus
but that
Christ.
but that shit was in style then. You know, there are times when people are in style. There's not a time when that David Allen Coe look was acceptable.
What the fuck was that? It's like his head had a cape. It was so long.
Oh shit!
I mean, it was almost down to the fucking ground.
It was far past his ass, man. That was, think about just the logistical nightmares and how much whiskey and smoke and Badusi that.
Sit down.
Yeah.
How do you sit down?
Dude, he doesn't even need a blanket. He just curls up.
Wraps his long mullet around his fucking body.
Well, and as we all know, that's a guy who made an album in the 70s of explicit music with calling people ends and anal sex and all kinds of stuff. And they just bring him out there like, hey, he's our best buddy.
Well, so that people get the picture of what Harper's saying, he's got a mullet, but not a mullet like Morton. His mullet is literally down past his ass.
And I would love to know how long it took him to fucking grow that shit.
It looks like he's got a damn, like a coonskin cap on his head.
Harper, that took at least 4 to 5 years.
Fuck, more than that, dude.
No, I used to have long hair, like down to the, I don't know, my shoulder blades at least, and that took 2. That shit took him 7 or 8 years.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Okay, that's why I said at least 4 to 5. I mean, I'm just like that. It was insane how long it was.
We don't need a bald-headed, crisscross, twisty tie hair telling us about how hair grows here, pal.
You're an asshole. You know that?
You're the one with the twisty ties. That makes you the asshole.
Well, that's been a long time. It's been over 20 years since I had twisty ties. As you call them, twisty ties. Jesus Christ.
What are they called?
Braids, plaits. I mean, shit.
Plaits. What's that?
Okay, we'll keep going. Hey, real quick. Did y'all notice how Ricky had to remind him to plug his own concert?
Yeah, you're right.
He was that way. Out at the thing. We're going to be hoeing and picking and grinning. And
Ricky,
the natural worker, Ricky Morton, had to teach him how to work.
Ricky had to make sure. No, tell him when. Tell him what time. Ricky had to remind him.
It's like us having to tell Harper to remind it. What day is your Wildcat show?
Tomorrow. I don't know. When is it?
I don't know.
See, you don't even know.
Get it prepared because you're going to plug it at the end of this show, okay? For Philly. So make sure you know now in advance. Go look on Facebook and memorize it, sir.
I'm getting paid for this shit.
Yeah, sure. If you checks in the mail, brother. Okay. Okay. Up next, we got Nikita and Dusty. Are we playing
that shirt. No, but I want that shirt Dusty had on.
Well, I thought Dusty was good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me say this. I thought Dusty was good here, but let me ask y'all a question. Dusty's head. Did y'all?
Oh, my God.
It looked like pulverized ground beef, man.
It looked like the Grand Canyon, bruh.
That was rough.
Bruh. So, I'm listening to Nikita before they zoom in, because they zoom in on Nikita. And I can't stop looking. Dusty's head stopped me from listening to whatever Nikita was saying.
Yeah.
Me too.
I didn't pay attention to one word that was said. I kept staring at his head.
That was rough, man.
And look, I know Dusty has had a rough-looking head over the years, right? But that shit looked like chopped roast beef on his head. I mean, it was just...
It just looked like it'd be tender to touch. It'd be like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Ow. Owie. Yeah,
For
that was rough.
For the sake of the show, let me play Dusty's portion and not Nikita's.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Ivan Koloff brought Petrov to this country for Nikita Koloff. He say he gonna come with mass destruction. He say Petrov is the strongest single athlete ever come out of Russia. I know for a fact, brother, I'm standing next to the man, brother. Know what country you're from, Africa, Russia, wherever it is. Nikita Koloff has become a supreme power and most of all, a friend of Dusty Rhodes, the American dream. He has chose freedom. He lives in this country. He wrestles in this country, and he is the premier athlete to ever step foot on this soil from a foreign country. The superpowers form the greatest power in wrestling right now. So Petrov and Ivan Koloff, they're going to get their chance in the Omni February the 1st to see what they came for, whatever they were sent for. You understand? Me and Nikita Koloff back down from no man. He has no law. He has no rule. He has the Russian sickle, and Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, has the bionic elbow. You know, just the other night, me and Nikita was on an airplane, our private plane, flying with a good friend of ours, Little Richard. And Little Richard, I say, how do you get out of what you're doing, Richard? What'd you get doing? Little Richard said, Dusty, say, I was washing dishes at the Greyhound bus station in Macon, Georgia. I did Tutti Frutti, good golly, Miss Molly, and the Lord bless my soul. And I had to get out of there, and that's what we're going to do now. If they want us, they got to come get us because we ain't hard to find. DAC, my main man here today, I'm going to go back one and have one and sing one with him.
See you tonight at Richmond, Red Flair.
Okay.
Doc, go ahead. What'd you think?
I'd love to comment it, but I don't understand what the fuck he was saying, so never mind.
I don't think that. Well, he did say DAC, David Allen Coe. He was talking about going.
He's gonna go drink with him and sing with him at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like. Harper, anything else from Dusty right there?
Oh, okay. Lord.
Harper went and took a piss. Or he's on mute, one of the two. All right, up next, we got the Rock and Roll Express versus David Isley, Eddie Roberts. Rock and Roll wins with, of course, the double drop kick. I got nothing else. Doc, you got anything?
Nope.
Bill Dundee and Jim Garvin up there cutting a promo. I'm not going to play it. Dundee says Barbarian is on his way back. So we haven't seen Barbarian in a while. And then Garvin goes on about how the next decade are going to be the banner years for him. Tony gets a kiss from Precious, and he looks like he doesn't know how to handle it. I'm not playing it, but Doc, what did you think about this?
From listening to Shivani's podcast, that was probably he probably enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yeah. Tony likes talking about the broads. He sure does. Harper, thoughts on this, if anything?
He's probably thinking, you fucking lucky bastard. I had to grow a fucking mullet out and be white trash.
Wow.
That man's an airline pilot now.
No way.
Jim Garvin?
Yeah. Are you fucking serious?
Nope.
For an airline.
Jesus Christ.
Did you see him when he did the WrestleMania, he accepted it with Michael Hayes, the Freebirds?
Yeah.
I wonder if Precious is always the co-pilot and she's spraying that shit up in the cabin in the cockpit while he's flying.
Dude, I think I've told you, I've said this on the Patreon episodes we're doing with World Class. Jimmy Garvin is so different in World Class. It's
yeah.
Not that he's bad. He's not bad here. I've learned to actually appreciate him here, but it's just different. You know, he just every little thing. He's out there with Sunshine and not Precious, but he's just different. He's in that feud with David. The only bad thing about World Class versus even this and even Smoky Mountain is, man, I didn't realize how much shit you just never got to see. Like, they would tell you about it.
Yeah, you didn't get to see jack shit.
It's a promotion that when you go back and watch it now, because you're so spoiled that you're getting to see almost everything, even during this era of Crockett or even in Smoky Mountain where Cornette would do like the recaps of shows that were, the big shows, they didn't do, they did it sometimes, but not a lot. So you didn't get to see it. Like, dude, there's title changes that happen on World Class where people show up with the belt. You're like, what? Wait, when the hell did he get the Texas title, or when did he lose it? And they don't even mention it on TV. It's just like, nope, we'll keep moving. Just a different time, but whatever. Okay, let's keep going. We got Rick Rude, Manny Fernandez versus Tommy Angel and Chance McQuaid. Bull and Rude win when Rude hits Angel with the Rude Awakening. They call it that. Hopper, any thoughts from that match?
No.
Me either. Doc, you?
They never had a chance.
No.
Never had a chance. I do want to play Paul Jones and Rick Rude's portion of this next promo because I thought it was good. Here it is.
To the expertise of this man, a former tag team champion himself, and then these two great athletes.
Let me tell you something. Everybody said rock and roll, they holler rock and roll this. Well, the real R&R is standing right here. You know, let me tell you something right now. These men don't have a big fan club, and they don't sing. The only time they do sing is on the way to the bank. And everybody told me, Paul Jones, when I formed this great group, they told me they're only going to take your money. They're a flash in the pan. They won't last. Well, yeah, they are. They're still your world champions, and they're going to stay your world champions. Rock and Roll Express, you have speed. You were champions before, but never again. And the guys with the big arms, the Road Warriors, well, you bring it on, because I'll show you why they are champions.
That's right, Paul. You hit the nail on the head. The Rock and Roll Express, they're kind of cute. They got speed. They got teamwork. Ricky Morton, he has a voice like a songbird. But you see, Shivani, they don't have these. And this, Hawk, Warrior, this is what we call credentials. Where are yours? Hawk and Animal, a little poem just for you all. February 1st in Atlanta, GA, we're going to whoop the Warriors the ravishing way. How about it, bro? When you talk about R&R, you said...
All right. Doc, your thoughts on Rude there and Paul Jones?
What a poet.
It's perfect for him.
It is. It's short and dickish.
Yeah.
And I got credentials. Where's yours?
Yeah, that's perfect. These are our credentials. Where are yours, Road Warriors?
Because what else are you going to say to the Road Warriors? I mean,
yeah,
it's kind of hard to, poke at them.
He's, and you said it a couple weeks ago, Doc, he's the one guy that he could probably stand his own in a fight with them too.
Yeah.
So
he's probably dumb enough to try and tough enough to make it work.
Yeah. Doc, any other thoughts? Hopper, you?
Nah.
All right. Well, after that, we get Vladimir Petrov versus Alan Martin. Petrov defeats Alan Martin with ease. Poor Alan Martin.
This is a double main event show right here.
I know. He gets the Rolex.
Okay. All right. Well, that was nice of y'all to say. And then we follow up with that with Ivan Koloff and Petrov again. And boy, poor Ivan is really, really trying. He's doing his thing. Let me play Ivan here. Jesus.
Well, the fans were chanting Nikita. That only made this guy even madder.
This is right. You know, Nikita, that's right. You've seen the devastation of Vladimir. Now you're going to feel it. Because it just started. Nikita, you failed to answer the challenge of meeting Vladimir one-on-one because you are afraid. You know, I'm talking to Vladimir, and he tell me, Vladimir, say, if I want to kick or slap Nikita or Dusty Rhodes, then I better want to do it while they're unconscious because he's going to knock them out very quickly. Nikita, you signed for a tag team match because you are afraid of Vladimir. Because of this, we're going to make an example. We're going after your good friend, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. And every American that steps into the ring is going to be hurt. Just as an example, to you and to Nikita. You know, Nikita, you were surprised whenever I brought Vladimir in here. And afraid now that you realize that he is here. But there's another surprise for you, Nikita and Dusty Rhodes, the big red machine. Nikita, one of the biggest and strongest men in the world. That is right. The Kremlin has given me orders, and they have given me the availability of anything and everything I want. American money, any wrestler that I want to get, I can get. Just like that, Nikita, Dusty Rhodes. So you see, it has just begun. And the end will only come when Russian justice is served upon you, Nikita, and you, Dusty Rhodes, for your poisoning Nikita's mind. Here is a man over 300 pounds, over 6 feet tall, that will not answer to anybody. You talk about no law for you, Nikita. There's not going to be any wrestling career for you.
Ivan Koloff, Vladimir Petrov. Fans, more action right after.
Ivan said the Kremlin is giving him anything he needs to go out and get Russian justice. I don't know. I thought that was good. Doc, what'd you think?
It is, but the problem is he's having to go out there multiple times to try to get this shithead over, and it's just watering down the message.
Dude, he is just flooding out the engine, bro. It's like, stop trying to start the car, bro. It's not going to start. You just flood the fucking engine.
There's not even an engine in the car. You bought yourself a sports car without an engine in it.
Hey, but it looks good, right?
It looks great.
Yeah, it looks great. Parked in the fucking driveway, but don't try to turn a fucking key.
Jesus. Flooding out the engine. I love it. Okay. Anything else, Hopper?
No. Fuck.
We go to I don't want to call it a promo. I'm not going to play this portion from Jim because I got a Cornette, because I got a couple during the match I want to play, or like real quick sound bites. But Cornette comes out. He cuts a quick promo because he wants to introduce the Midnight Express. Tony Schiavone is scoring without the ball, as we say here on BTT. He is giving Cornette the side eye and the what the fuck ever look, and it's really, really awesome. Doc, did you catch any of it? Or Hopper, you go ahead since you were about to jump in.
You know what I love? This is anyone that would want to tape or something that would make my mother cry is a pervert.
It's very funny, dude. Very funny. I think Cornette and Schiavone are actually kind of gold together to me.
Oh yeah.
So they're just so good on commentary.
And a Boy Scout thing, huge. You'd have them show you how to tie a knot.
So I'm glad you said that. Doc, did you have anything before they throw us to the match? Because I'm going to play what you just said, Hopper. Okay, Doc said no. So Cornette introduces his team, and as Schiavone is giving him this, side eye of you're just a prick, and I wish I could tell you how I really feel, but I'm the straight guy here, and I'm a real nice guy, and I'm just here to do my job. Midnight Express and Bubba versus Denny Brown, Bill Mulkey, although the graphic says Randy, but Randy wrestled earlier, and George South. Listen to the commentary here. Cornette is rambling at one point. I'm going to play it. Just listen to it. Here it is.
Road Wars coming tonight, Washington, D.C., Thursday night. We're going to be in Los Angeles, California. See all the weirdos out there and all the freaks. My man Big Bubba's got a lot of things going on. Still has $100,000 coming to him from Jim Crockett Promotions, and Jim Crockett in particular, old Tightwad Moneybags Crockett. And you, Tony Schiavone, I see there's a lot of Boy Scouts in the audience today. Maybe you could go out there and they could teach you how to tie a knot and you could hang yourself.
George South, fly down the rope.
Did you notice how Schiavone was silent for like 5 or 6 seconds?
He popped.
Corny didn't give two shits.
I just saying that now. Fuck.
On a slow week, it would have been enough for a Rolex.
Yeah.
It would have been. It definitely would have been. That was some incredible stuff right there. Harper, anything else? Imagine saying that now. You're right, Harper. I don't know if it would fly. It would be pretty bad. Harper, anything else from that great soundbite?
No, that was perfect.
It was fantastic. So after that, Cornette goes off again for a second. I think I got the timestamp right. I might not, so my apologies, but I want to play it here real quick.
There's no doubt about it. These three men, we're talking about beautiful Bobby Loverboy Dennis and Big Bubba, have taken control of this, but the fact remains there are still three other men who are the six-man champions. So they are the best six-man team.
No, they aren't three other men. What it is Dusty Rhodes' 1987 Funky Like a Monkey tour and his two trained chimpanzees. The Road Warriors is following him around. They ain't six-man champions because they won't defend the title against us. They're scared. We're trying to get six-man title matches. If we do, it's going to be something to see any place we get a chance at the six-man title, because we're going to get it. But the fact of the matter is everybody's afraid of us, just like the Midnight Express are the United States Tag Team Champions. Did you know that, Tony?
They are not the United States. Jimmy, I'm not going to stand up here to all these
Come
people
on.
and lie to these people about
Well, you
that.
do every other time you're out here. I don't understand, man. They're the United States Tag Team Champions because right here in this ring, we had Ronnie Garvin and Barry Windham. We had Ronnie Garvin down. He was a beaten man. He couldn't get up.
All right, I wanted to play the soundbite because he called the Warriors trained chimpanzees and following Dusty around with his Funky Like a Monkey tour, which I forget who sent it to me, and my apologies. It's someone on Twitter. I'll get it right hopefully next time. God, who sent it to me? Ryan something or another. We think Dusty got this from the Beastie Boys. Brass Monkey, that funky monkey, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, yeah.
Which came out in late 86, so we think that's where Dusty got this from. But anyway, so I just thought that was a nice little soundbite at the end. Doc or Harper, anything else from you here?
No, it's fucking greatness of fucking Jim Cornette.
Just rolling. Yeah. I love when Shivani told him, I'm not going to say that. That's fake. That's not right. That's not true. I'm not going to lie to these people. Doc, anything else from this that you wanted to share?
Just in the match, that damn Bubba hit a goddamn power bomb in 1987.
Yeah, no, huh?
Harper asked me about that earlier. He sent me a text, something about Mulkey getting hurt. Did you hear that from somewhere, Harper?
When Cornette said that on his podcast once, he gave him the power bomb and he landed and the boards were fucked up. They were like one was loose or whatever, and a Mulkey got fucked up and they had to like bring him to the hospital or something. And
oh, okay.
And then when it got in the back, Dusty tore him a new asshole for doing it.
Now that you tell me that, I remember him saying that. I didn't realize this may have been the spot. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it.
Because I mean that's what he does to him, and he has help getting out the ring, which you never see.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you said that.
Notice, if you look at Bubba in the back, he's like looking at him the whole time, and he's got like a concerned look on his face.
No, I think you're on to something with that. Okay. I didn't know where you would. Now that you say it, now that you're telling me about it and it's not in a text, I think I know what you're talking about. I'm going to have to go back and look at it because you're right. I'm guessing this is it because this is the only time we've seen really Bubba do that.
Mm-hmm.
In a match on Saturday
night. Bob and Dennis aren't really doing their normal, being jackasses and fucking with Shivani. They're kind of watching the ring too.
That's true. Okay. Let me go to the promo with Corny here in the Midnight and Bubba after the match. Here it is.
I have run out of things to say at all. As a matter of fact, I bet you people wish I'd run out of things to say, but the fact of the matter is I ain't going to. Yeah, Bobby, tell him where to go. Let me tell you something. I want to direct right now a few comments to those chicken champions, Ronnie Garvin and Barry Windham, the supposed United States Tag Team Champions. Right here you see the U.S. Champions. We just ain't got the belts because the belts are merely possessions, like I've said before. The title's what's important, and when we beat your brains out in the ring, we got that. Now, Ronnie Garvin, what you are is a guy who comes out here and talks tough, but when it comes time to get in the ring, you're a yellow-faced, dog-faced coward. You won't put the belts up against my men because you know you can't beat them. You know, after what I said about him, Barry Windham got with Ronnie Garvin. He said, well, Ronnie, maybe we ought to go ahead and give the Midnight Express a title match because he's a goof, he's a punk, he's an idiot. And Ronnie Garvin, he grabbed him up by the lapels, he started slapping him back the head and face. He said, what's the matter with you, punk? Don't you realize as soon as we get in the ring with them, we're going to lose our belts? Well, Ronnie Garvin, you get in the ring with us, brother, you're going to lose more than your belts. You're going to lose your livelihood and you're going to lose your career because I don't like people standing in the way of what we want. And Dusty Rhodes, you and that Jim Crockett, I bet you're real close. I bet you're real good friends. And Jim Crockett knew that he was going to have to deduct a 1 and a bunch of zeros off his bank account if Big Bubba got the money that was rightfully coming to him. So you got this plan together. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, the Civic Arena on February the 27th in the cage. You and Big Bubba for the Bunkhouse Championship, and Dusty Rhodes, he's going to make you look like a bowl of coleslaw. And then we're going into the Crockett Cup in April with all that money.
They're just showing Bill Mulkey being helped out as a result of that Bubba spike or whatever it was.
Bill Mulkey needs to be helped out. Bill Mulkey needs some help with his financial, all his medical stuff. He needs a lot of help. Everybody's going to need help that gets with us, brother. I can guarantee you that. We're out of here.
Okay, fans, more action right after this timeout.
Harper, I think you're right, man. He's really fucked up in there.
Yeah.
Now that I watch it back, I'm like, oh well. I think Harper's on to something. He's fucked up in there.
Yeah.
But Doc, what did you have, man?
Go anywhere and try to talk for as long and as fast as Corny just did in the commentary, and then cutting a promo, and see if you don't get blown up like Horner and Luger after a match.
Yeah, no, huh? He's like the Micro Machine guy that used to do his Micro Machine commercials.
Yeah, real fast.
Yeah.
Jesus. That dude never came up for air, dude.
Uh-uh.
All right, I'm rewatching Bubba right now. I can't see a board come up, but he does land kind of awkward.
Yeah.
You can see he's like, yeah. And you can tell during the promo, I mean, you're only listening to it, but you can see Bubba's face and...
Yeah, he's like, oh, fuck, oh, fuck, oh, fuck.
Yeah, he's looking, damn, man, shit. Okay, anything else, Hopper, from the promo?
I liked it when he said that the belts are just a fucking possession, man. It's the titles. It's the title of being a champion. Fuck the belts, bro.
And when we know he really loves possessing the belts, that's just like more bullshit from Corny, as he always would spew in these promos, which was gold. All right, Doc, anything from you before we get ready to close out?
No.
Arn Anderson versus Bill Tab is next. Arn wins with ease. Arn wins with the spine buster on Big Bill Tab. So no gourd buster, wins with the spine buster. Doc, any thoughts from the match?
Just solid performance by Arn. Devastating.
Yeah. All right. Hopper, same from you?
Yep.
All right, let's take a vote. Lex Luger getting played here, Doc?
How about no?
How about no? He already did. Here's the thing. This is what they got to understand. He survived one promo and did well. Don't push it.
It's like the Pelicans. You survived that fucking one game, dude, but, stop. Just stop while you're ahead.
Man, I don't want to talk about that, bro.
This motherfucker's over here thinking about the Von Erich thing after a couple of those games.
Oh, yeah.
Menace texted me today and said, I hope the Warriors plane goes down.
Oh, come on, dude. I never said that. Come on, bro. Why would you lie like that, man?
Because you heard me say it about the Eagles once.
I never said that. Come on, dude. Don't tell lies like that on me. I would never say anything of the sort about that.
So anyway, that wraps us up for this week.
Yeah, that pretty much wraps us up. So, all right, Doc, do you wanna go first and give your give your rating? I'll go first. I ain't got no problem. Y'all might think I'm crazy because I mean this thing didn't end all that hot, but I mean we got Rick and yeah, we got Rick and fucking Barry in a hell of a match.
Yeah.
I gotta give this just based on the promos that we saw. I'm giving this an A+, and I think y'all are gonna be mad at me, but that match was fantastic, and this was so good, man. And think about this: we didn't even get a long Ric Flair promo in this episode. That's the other part. So,
didn't need
Doc,
it.
What did you rate it?
I don't know why you think people are gonna be mad. This shit's an A+.
Yeah, that's an A+, bro.
Dude, they could have gone, and this I don't want to tell them this so they don't start slacking next week. But they could have pretty much gone out there and done a 45-minute Tim Horner promo after that match, and I'd have been okay.
How good was that match, though?
It was phenomenal.
It was great, and then you had the fucking promo with Brad Armstrong and Flair.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because that's the other part too that we got.
Mm-hmm.
Just solid stuff. All right, so are you going A+ as well, Hawker?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Doc, you do your Rolex. You go Rolex first.
I'm going to give the Rolex to Barry Windham. He pushed himself into a serious main event contender for the World Championship, a credible replacement for Magnum. That gets you the Rolex where I come from.
Harper, who you giving yours to?
You know who I'm giving it to? I'm giving it to fucking Brad Armstrong and Flair for that promo because I turned this on expecting that badass match with fucking Barry and Flair, but I didn't expect that fucking promo. So I'm giving fucking Brad his first fucking Rolex.
I can't argue it because that was good, but I will say I gotta agree with Doc.
That was a fucking unexpected gem.
Yeah, I can't argue with it was unexpected because it was really that good. Mm-hmm. But I do have to give it to Barry. Barry.
Fucking Doc Mark.
Well,
He's the dog. We got a name for people like that.
What?
Docaholic.
Docaholics, dude.
You say, look.
Barry popped me. I mean, that was just some gold there. So, all right. Well, so we got Barry got the Rolex from two of us. Brad got the Rolex from Harper. We all gave it A+. Hell of an episode. Just, it's amazing. You have one great match like that, and it really, really elevates the episodes back in the day. But no, this was solid. There were a lot more good promos in this thing that we didn't even talk about. And here's the thing: we just gave an episode an A+ that Arn Anderson didn't cut a promo on, Doc.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's very
a team
possible.
effort.
It's very possible. All right. So with all that said, I don't have anything else before we throw it over to myself and the great Brian Last as we talk about the night the NWA heavyweight title was thrown down by Shane Douglas in August of 1994. Doc, you got anything before we throw it over to that?
No, ma'am.
All right, Harper, you got anything?
You want to put on the Wildcat shit?
No, you want to do it? Let's do it in the close. When we come back.